Do you ever have those moments at 3 in the morning where you just get hit with this inexplicable motivation, where you feel like there are push-ups to be done, a business to be run, and it's got to get done now? If you're anything like me, you have those moments and then you fall asleep right after. Today I'll be talking about a time when I bit off more than I could chew. This is the time when I took 6 classes at Princeton University. So this happened this last spring semester. I was in the middle of a major pivot. I was transitioning from being a computer science major, or a coast major as we call it at Princeton, to an economics major or an econ major. And in order to transition at Princeton, we have to fulfill a series of classes that are required to graduate. I needed to take about 2 classes just for econ that took up like 2 of my slots in my schedule. But at the same time, I didn't want to let go of all of the progress I'd made for my computer science major previously, because I still wanted to do a computer science minor. So I had to take 2 classes for my computer science minor as well. But then on top of that, I also didn't want to let go of the Chinese progress I had made before, because I wanted to get a Chinese minor before. But then I realized I didn't want to get a Chinese minor, so I was just taking the class just so I could like improve my Chinese language ability. And so I was taking Chinese too. But then also, I had to finish a distribution requirement for graduating in general. At Princeton, you have to like take these classes that are unrelated to your major to graduate. So this class is one of them. So I had to take that class too. So all in all, I had 6 classes that I had to finish for the term. And long story short, it was a lot. It was very difficult. So this is by far my most difficult semester at school, like of all time. And it was very hard. So why was it so hard, you might be wondering? Well, I took 2 computer science classes at the same time when I was never like the most adept computer science whiz or anything. And these 2 classes were like ill-advised to take at the same time. It was Coast 226 and Coast 217, which like one of them by itself would be enough to take up a large chunk of my schedule. But these 2 combined, it was like just back to back to back to back assignments every single day. Well, every single week. But then with my other classes, it came out to be every single day. And so it was just a very big time commitment. So Coast 217 is Introduction to Programming Systems. It was like a C programming class where we went into C programming, assembly language, and machine code. That was very, very hard. But there was also my algorithms and data structure class that was like about Java. And it was like, I was more familiar with that, but that was also very, very hard. And it was even my second time taking that course, because I had taken it up until the midterm the previous term. But the midterm was sort of what led me to transition into my econ major now. So it was still a difficult course for me to get through. I did get through it successfully. I didn't get a lot of sleep throughout the term, but I got it done. I also took like these requirement classes for econ. I took the econ macroeconomics course, and that one wasn't too bad. I took a math class for the first time in like 4 years, and it was definitely an adjustment coming back. And Princeton math has like a notorious reputation of being very difficult to do, but I got it done. It was Math 175, an econ requirement. And then I also did my Chinese class, and this class is my first time doing a PDF class at Princeton. And PDF classes are classes you take just for a pass or a fail, not for a letter grade. So that definitely made it more manageable, but it was still a lot of work. And then my last class was an introduction to Christian origins and studying the New Testament. So that was a very interesting class to take. This was for my distribution requirement. And it was like my first time studying religion in a university context. So that was very interesting. One of my favorite classes for this term for sure. But with all those classes combined, I had an assignment due like literally every single day of the week. It was Monday through Monday, week to week, just assignments every week. And it came to the point where I would sometimes have like multiple assignments due on the same day. And so I'd have like a 9 p.m. deadline and then a midnight deadline back to back. sometimes like a 5 p.m. deadline before the 9 p.m. deadline, and then a midnight deadline after that. And it was just like constantly working from deadline to deadline. So I think it was a good way to emulate the real world, because I think that's how the real world is from what I've seen in like a corporate setting. So I think it definitely prepared me for that. But other than that, it was just like needlessly difficult. I could have easily just taken less classes and been a lot happier. I got a lot more sleep too. So I did get a lot of credits for this term, so that's definitely something to be happy about. But yeah, it was a lot of work. And it was like also combined on top of like, I started being more active in my clubs that I was involved in. And I'm also trying to write a TV show outside of school and produce the TV show. So like this past spring semester, I hired like 15 people from like 7 countries to help me work on the project. And so that was like going at the same time that I was taking all these classes. And it was just like constantly just juggling everything. So yeah, it was a lot to do. But the good news, I got it done. I finished all the classes. I successfully declared my econ major, which was like a huge moment for me. And as of right now, I'm also getting a computer science minor and an astrobiology minor. And also, I'm gonna continue doing my Chinese classes up until I just can't take them anymore. I'm gonna use all of my PDFs on Chinese, so hopefully it'll be almost like I'm doing a Chinese minor too, but you can only do 2 minors at one time. So it'll be like a virtual minor almost. Not virtual like online, but like a minor that I didn't do, you know? So yeah, it was definitely a tough experience, but I did learn a lot, got a lot out of it. But yeah, I would not recommend doing this if you're a Princeton student. Definitely prioritize your sleep. So yeah, that's all I had to say. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. See ya.